morning. This morning, I'm kicking the week off with leadership lessons for success. Part one today is learn from your failures. Learn from your failures. Genesis 4:25. Genesis 4:25. I'm going to give you the text, the talk, and then a takeaway. The text is Adam and Eve bore a son and named him Seth. For God had appointed another seed for them. Adam and Eve had borne another son, and they named him Seth, which means God has given us another seed that we have received. Now, the premise of this week and the premise of this morning in particular, that you will get it, is this. You must understand that you are a leader. Adam and Eve are leaders. And guess what? They have been placed in a perfect place, but they made mistakes and they sinned. So if they were in a perfect situation and made mistakes and sin, you're going to do the same in an imperfect situation and in a fallen world. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? As a leader, and everybody is a leader. I believe that. That's what I teach. I know that to be true because that's what scripture says. Every believer is a leader because every believer is required to influence everybody around them in their environment and in their atmosphere to evangelize and witness to others about Christ. That is exerting and using your influence. That is the basis of leadership. Therefore, because you are a leader, let's learn how to lead. And one of the first things that you need to learn is, how do I learn from my failures? Because I'm going to make them. Trust me, you're going to make failures. If Adam and Eve, who were leaders, first man, first woman, in a perfect situation, made mistakes and sinned, so will we. Now, what are you going to do about it? 4 things I want to share with you. The first thing is this. Eve restored her relationship with Adam. She restored her relationship with Adam. Now remember, Eve was the one that took the fruit and handed it to Adam. Adam took the fruit standing right beside her. And then they both went into sin and made a mistake. Now, there could have been the breaking of the relationship. It could have been over right then. Adam could have just snapped after they realized the problems that he did tell God. He said, the woman you gave me caused this. But there is nothing in the text after that situation that tells us that their relationship was broken asunder forever. Why? Because Eve restored the relationship with Adam. When you make a mistake in relationships, restore it. It may not be reconciled, but you can at least address the situation. The second thing, as a leader, let's follow Eve's leadership. She restored her relationship with God. Do you think God would have given her another seed had she not restored her relationship with God? And notice that both her sons, before Cain killed Abel, you got to understand that both of them knew that they had a relationship with God. Where did that come from? It had to come from Eve in her restoring their relationship with God. The third thing is this. Eve restored her role as a mom. She restored her role as a mother. Instead of her saying, you know what, I blew it. Never going to do this again. Don't want to be a mother again. I'm finished with all of that. And that's the mistake many times we make. When we make a mistake, say, I'm done with that. You know what? If I was in that position, if I did this, if I did that, and it did not work out, I'm finished with all of that. That's not what Eve did. Clearly, because she embraced the seed of Seth. She embraces it and said, okay, I have another seed. I have another shot at it. And oh, by the way, here is Adam and Eve in particular. She is the mother of the first murdered child, the first murdered son. But did she give up on everything? No, she didn't. She restored her role as a mom, took it on again. The fourth thing is this. Eve refused to let the seed of bitterness of her failure and mistake take root in her life. How many of you ever, you know what, made a mistake and just could not let it go? You made a mistake and all you could ever do is keep rehearsing it in your mind over and over again to the point it takes root and it takes away from you the ability to take a risk again because you don't want to make a mistake again. You keep remembering. Perhaps it's a marriage. Perhaps, you know what? I married that person. This was the worst thing that I could have ever done. I see that. I'm out of here. This person has abused me, whatever the case may be. And then it freezes you to the point I don't ever want to deal with a man or a woman again. That's not what Eve did. She said, I'm not going to let the root of my failure, my mistake, and my sin, I'm not going to let that take root in me to prevent me from moving forward. So, what's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this. You will make mistakes. Adam and Eve did in a perfect situation. But don't let mistakes make you. You're going to make mistakes as a leader. You certainly will. But don't let that mistake make you. Now, this week, I'm going to be dealing with the success of leadership lessons or leadership lessons for success. Come on, tune in every day this week about this time, and I'm going to have a word for you. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. If it blessed you, put it in the chat area and share it with somebody else. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. God bless you. Bye now.